Hi everybody, Mr.s Games, coming back at you with another Splatoon video. In this video, we're going to be theorizing all the new functions of old and or entirely new potential special weapons. So let's get started. Let's start with the big elephant in the room, that being the specials from Splatoon 1 already confirmed for Splatoon 3. That being the Inkzooka, but remade with the Trizuka. The Bubbler being remade for the Big Bubbler, and the Killer Whale coming back as the Killer Whale 5.1. We also sort of know that Tentamissiles and Inkjet will be in Splatoon 3, but there's not enough info to say for sure. Personally, I think Inkjet is in Splatoon 3 because of the two different icons. Because one represents that of the jet, and the other represents the grapple special. I forgot the name of it. But speaking of that, let's talk about the new ones. We already know that there's gonna be a special that's gonna help you get around the map easier. So like a grappling hook. And we already know about the crab tank. So now that all the new specials are there, let's go talk about some of the old ones reconfigured that I think could make it into Splatoon 3. Okay, so the first special up on this list is the Ink Strike. Now, the original function of it is that when you activate it, a huge missile appears on the Inkling's back. You tap somewhere on the map on the Wii U gamepad to launch it, and it creates a huge tornado of ink that destroys everything in its way. So how will this function in Splatoon 3? Well, based on the look of the Ink Strike in Shelton's shop, go check out my video, I'll link it below in the description. I believe that you'll be able to fire 3 missiles, and on impact, these 3 missiles would create 3 tornadoes of ink. Of course, they wouldn't be as big as the tornado the regular Ink Strike makes, but they'd be a decent size. Okay, next we have the second special weapon on the list, Echo Locator. This special weapon is mostly compared to the Tentamissiles as a worse Tentamissiles, but for the sake of some form of usefulness, we have Locator. For now, I'll just have it slow down the opponents while they're tagged. Now for Bomb Rush. This one's gonna stay the same because there really is no change it needs to make. Bomb Launcher is basically Bomb Rush, but you throw it left-handed, and you can also use your weapon. So, actually, for Bomb Rush, you'll be able to move faster and throw more bombs in the span of time that you have. That's what I think. And now for the last but not least, the panic of all panic specials, the master of rush into their base and hope that you get at least 1 kill before you jump away like a little coward. It's the one, the only Kraken. Now, in everyone's opinion, this special weapon is super OP, so there's gonna be a lot of changes to it. First things first, the invincibility, one of the main gripes with the weapon. Yes, it's invincible, but there are weaknesses to it, like grates and knockback. But I just think it would be better to give it HP. Having it be roughly around 600 HP so that it's still killable by high damage weapons like the Chargers or some of the rollers, but it can still do a lot of damage and be a base record. But during its small spin attack, it regains its complete invulnerability for that small window of time. Now for the new special weapons, and I'm not gonna lie, it's been kinda hard trying to come up with ideas for these, and I have no name for them whatsoever. So if you like any of the weapons that I list, which I'm gonna list right now, feel free to leave a name for them or suggestions for a name down below in the comments. Alright, now let's get on with it. For the first special weapon idea, it could be an ink cannon that we see in story mode, but just a very watered down version of it. First of all, you wouldn't be invincible in it. It'd have fewer rounds, being able to shoot up to 4 missiles at a time. You do get a health boost in this though, of 250, but you can make long-range shots from it, so try best to find some place high up and far from the action, but you can still be able to help. For the next new special weapon, it could be a surfboard that increases mobility whenever you turn, a huge wave of ink will appear from the board and will insta-kill any enemy inkling or octoling in its path. Now this special weapon, although it's fast, it's not invincible. In fact, you're probably even more vulnerable like this if you stop or slow down, because you can't use your sub-weapon or your main weapon during this special. But if you manage to keep your speed, you will basically be an unstoppable force that the enemy team has to fear, not being able to hit them at all unless you have aimbot on, but then you'll be cheating. Anyways, for my last new special weapon idea, it could be a self-affecting special that has you pull out a giant sword with increased run speed and swim speed. This sword, getting hit by the base of it will insta-kill, and getting hit by indirect shots will do 50 to 60 damage. It has incredibly high damage, but what it makes for in damage and speed, its lag is pretty bad, taking about 1.5 seconds to fully pull out and use, and then taking 1.5 seconds to put away. Extremely laggy, but if you manage to get it off, you can do some big damage. Try and pull it out behind a wall or something where the enemy can't see. And that should be it for me. I have no more ideas, but I'm curious. What do you all think of my ideas? If you like it, have ways to improve them, or just have your own ideas for special weapons, then comment down below. I've been Mr.s Games, and I hope you all have a great day. See ya!